Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss the poem Ecology by A K Ramanujan, which is the part of the syllabus of BA third year English Literature paper first of MGS University. The poem Ecology is taken from Ramanujan's third collection of poems named Second Sight, which was published in the year 1986. Even though very early A K Ramanujan shifted to the United States and later settled there, but his poetry is primarily based on his Indian experiences and Indian sensibilities. In today's session, we'll first discuss the overview of this poem, followed by the structure and the various parts of this poem. And in the later session, we'll discuss the deep analysis and critical aspects of this poem. Ramanujan's Ecology is about a son's devotion to his mother and the mother's devotion to ecology. And this devotion of the son to his mother and the mother's devotion to ecology creates a kind of conflict between the two, and this is the core issue of this poem. The central idea is that every summer the poet's mother gets severe migraine pain because of the pollens of red champak trees that grow outside their ancestral house. Seeing the pain of the mother, the poet wishes to cut down the trees, but his mother prevents him from doing so because of the religious and emotional sentiments attached to this tree. In expression, the poem is written in the first person. The speaker seems to be the poet himself, who is very loyally devoted to his mother, and the overall mood of the poem is of anger. This anger is because the poet's mother has a severe attack of migraine, a very bad kind of headache, which is caused, of course, by the fragrance of the pollen of the flower of the red champak trees growing outside their house. Every summer, when the champak tree blooms, so there is a widespread presence of pollen grains everywhere. It's a kind of flood of pollen grains everywhere. The fragrance and the whole air of the area becomes heavy and becomes suffocating because the yellow pollen grains spread everywhere. Even the doors of the speaker's house cannot prevent the strong smell from entering their house. Although they have an old big house with strong walls, but these walls of the house are able to absorb almost everything. The sounds, the sight, the human voices, the harsh sounds outside, but they cannot prevent the fog of pollen dust to enter in their house, which comes from those champak trees. The loving son, the speaker, of course, therefore decides to cut down the tree. But he is prevented from doing so by his mother. There is some positive side related to the champak tree according to the mother. The reason put forward by the mother is that the tree is as old as she herself is, and this tree had been seeded by the dropping of some passing bird by chance, and which according to the mother is a very good omen. So it was a kind of blessing sent by God himself, so this should not be cut down absolutely. Another reason which is put forward by the mother is that it has another positive side. And that positive side is that the tree provides many basketfuls of flowers to be offered to their gods. And flowers for her daughters and daughters' daughters every year. It's plentiful of flowers. Like most of the poems by Ramanujan, this poem again portrays Ramanujan's strong interest in the family matters. The family issues are very constant subjects and important themes of the poetic craft of Ramanujan. In this way, when the poet is writing about his memories of the memories associated with the tree, memories related to the mother's pain, he is of course talking about the must talked about issue, the issue of family. And here, mother is the central character who is who becomes the protagonist in this poem. Let us further analyze the text. The poet, through this poem, has attempted to show the difference of the views of people belonging to the different generations. The old generation, represented by the mother, and the younger generation, represented by the speaker himself. The old people have generally emotions, memories, beliefs attached to the objects of nature, objects that surround them. And here in this poem, this object, the champak tree, is part of ecology, which is a matter of emotion for the mother. For the poet, the red champak tree have no use. Their pollens pollute the air. The pollens are the cause of severe pain and suffering from the mother. And like a typical younger generation who have no concern for ecology, no concern for nature, so the poet has no attachment for this tree, and that the tree is giving pain to the mother, he wishes the tree to be cut down. On the other hand, the mother's perspective is different. For the mother, the tree is not just a tree, it is a sign of good omen for her house, for her family. It is the flowers of that red champak trees which she and other people get to offer to the gods, and also they are used by the daughters. The migraine which she feels is a kind of sacrifice she feels that she is giving to her religion, sacrifice giving to the Mother Earth, giving to the ecology. The actual meaning that we generally think about ecology is not followed here in this poem. The ecology has in this poem is discussed in a form of interaction between emotions attached to some objects of nature. So this is all about this poem.